preview a few games this week.
Sure.
The first game, the Thursday night game, Eels Broncos, and that's a great matchup at was it Combank Stadium?
Yep.
Statman.
I'll take this one, Blake.
You got it, mate. You got it. Oh, I've got him here, but we'll see. You'll probably miss it. You'll probably miss it.
Shush.
Miss it.
Eels have won the last 5. They won 8 of the last 10, dating back to 2017. Average total in the last 10 total points is 46.5. This week, the total set at 40.5. Over/under total points is split 5 apiece in the last 10. The under has hit in 3 of the last 5, though. Average winning margin for either team in the last 10, a huge 21.7 points. The Eels' average winning margin in the last 5, remember they've won the last 5, 29.6, Paul. They've averaged, the Eels, this is 37.6 points in those last 5 to the Broncos 8. So tough scenes for Broncos fans. With that said, Broncos have won 9 of their last 11, and the Eels have won 7 of their last 11.
Blake, how's this going to go?
Paul, I'm a pretty rock solid guy. I stand by what I say and my picks. So, look, big ins for Brisbane, but you know what I think about Parramatta this year, and I'm going to ride them all the way to the GF, and I think it's going to start now. It started last week against the Warriors, a couple of good tries. I think they win a tight one against the Broncos at home. I think they're just starting to get the wheels moving.
Surly?
Yeah, I think I'm going to go the other way. I like a bit of value, so I do like the Broncos. You mentioned all those stats there, but Adam Reynolds, he hasn't played in any of those games, and I think he'll make a massive difference. We all know Parramatta, when they get a few wins on the board, they're due for a loss. So I do think this Broncos side, with all their ins back in the mix, I think they will really push Parramatta, and if you want an upset for the week and a bit of a roughie, then I think the Broncos are probably the best place to chuck your money.
Statman, you sticking with your stats?
I'd say second best, but we'll get to that shortly. I'm with the Broncos. I've been tossing and turning all afternoon on this one. I think it'll be quite a tight game. But still, you mentioned one name, Adam Reynolds, and I think he will be the difference maker in this one for the Broncos. Yeah,
Broncos. I'm on the Bronx. Like Sealy said, Adam Reynolds hasn't lost against Parramatta while playing for the Broncos. So I'm looking for this is a different Broncos team.
Yeah, I agree.
They're playing with a whole lot of confidence. They ground out a tight win against the Titans last week. I think we'll see them sort of relax a wee bit this week, and the Origin stars are back outside of Cobbo. Oh, look out, Parramatta. This is one you drop. Next game, it's the Warriors, and they head to GIO to take on the Raiders. And Carla's going to tell us why we should be backing the Raiders.
5 each, the last 10 have split. Warriors have won 2 of the last 3. And Warriors, I'm pretty sure I'm right here. Warriors have won 3 of the last 4 at GIO.
You're right, Carl. You're right. It's in the stats.
Nice
Thank
play.
You. Warriors won the last match, obviously, 21-20, the SJ field goal. Of the 4 Warriors wins in the last 10, they've been outsiders in 3 of them. I'm picking boxes to tick here on the way down the list. Average winning margin, any team in the last 10 is 10.5 points. The Raiders' average winning margin in their 5 wins in the last 10 between the two is 18.5, whereas the Warriors is 2.5. So if you think the Warriors are going to win, it'll be tight. Average total points in the last 10, 44.5. In the last 5 is 43. Total this week is 41.5. Under is hit in 3 of the last 5. And a 5-5 split in the last 10.
Surly, I have a feeling I know which way you're leaning. Let the listeners know.
Yeah, the Warriors win this one in an arm wrestle, and I made the mistake there of saying the Broncos will be the upset of the week, but it's definitely the Warriors. I just always have them down as favourites in my head, so I often forget that the bookies aren't thinking the same way. Interesting, I think the big call for me this week from Stacey was Dejan at 6. I thought Volkman's been really good. He was out last week with the flu, but then I noticed he did play for Redcliffe, got 8 from 8 off the boot and had a strong performance. But then so did RC, scored a try and set up 3 and had a strong kicking game as well. So perhaps his form there has been too good to ignore. I'm excited to see Walshy off the bench against some tired defenders. And no Rapana for me, for the Raiders. That's not often you say a winger makes all the difference, but I've convinced myself that he will. So he's out. And if we can go with them in the middle, which I think we can, I really rate our forward pack. I think that's where it'll be won or loss. Wouldn't rule out another drop goal. I think it's going to be tight. And yeah, the Warriors definitely probably in that 1 to 6 range, like Carl mentioned, she'll be close.
Blake, where are you going?
I'm on the fence here. I've gone the Raiders just though.
Come on, Blake.
Get out.
I've got after last week. I just think the Raiders are, and I'm just confused by the team, the Warriors team. Like I love Chanel at fullback because when we saw him live that game, and I don't think Walsh has been like coming from the Chanel running it. Then you've got Montoya, Dallin, great way to start the set, and 2 of the 3 are always there. Where Walsh really isn't that type of player. He's more of a ball player out the back, but then with him on the bench, where do you use him when he comes on? I haven't heard anything. I don't know. I'm just confused, and that's one of the reasons why I've gone the Raiders, just because the boys' team confuses me a bit. So I think it's going to be a close one. It could come down to a field goal, but Raiders maybe in that 1 to 6 margin.
Yep, Raiders for me too.
Are you going to ask me?
I think I already know, but yeah.
Warriors.
Good man.
I'd advise if any of the boys, the Warriors, are listening, take that field goal in the first set you can. Just get it out of the way, so we don't have to worry about it at the back end of the game, please. I love Harris Tavita at fullback. Like you said, Blake, he was awesome. I think man of the match against the Tigers. Walshy hasn't been playing that great, if we're going to be honest, right? I'll be the guy that says it. It's fine. It's okay. So I like him off the bench, spark a bit of attack. I think I said that. I don't know. Maybe they move Harris Tavita into the 9 and let Walshy out the back. Just a bit of a
Tommy Turbo Rover type of role.
Yeah, just floating around. You make a good point, Blake. Like Walshy, the type of player he's that ball player at the back. I really struggle, and it's something the Warriors have. The good fullbacks they've had are the ones that push up and support. And when the guys like Anfanu or Blake, he's halfway through the line. 2 out of 3 carries, he's got an arm free. I expect to see Walshy right on him, taking that pass and way he's going, and it's something we've missed lately. So I think Harris Tavita loves to follow and support like that. So yeah, I don't mind it. The stats tell me the Warriors are going to win. Yeah, I'm here for it, baby.
All right. Last game that we'll look at, Panthers Sharks. This is a big top 4 battle. Panthers well rested with Cleary back from where was he? Bali. I think Isaiah Yeo was in Wagga or somewhere. In fact,
Wagga. Yeah.
Country new. Where was he?
Wagga.
Oh, Wagga. Not Wagga.
Not Wagga. No.
Wagga. In fact,
making these names up.
Well, I think I saw a couple get married at the Wagga KFC a few nights ago. So,
possible. Harness are big down there.
Could have been him.
He may have
been. Congrats to Isaiah Yeo. If he's listening.
How good's KFC?
Oh, fantastic. Anyway, Panthers Sharks, that man.
Panthers have won 4 of the last 5, but the Sharks have won 6 of the last 10. The average total in the last 10, 46. In the last 5, it's 52.2. The total this week is 40.5. The Panthers have averaged 37.2 in their last 5 versus the Sharks. The Sharks have averaged 15. Panthers' average winning margin in their 4 wins is 28. The Sharks' average winning margin in the 6 of 10 is 8. Panthers have only lost once this season. We all know that. They're 9-1 in their last 10, and the Sharks have won 7 straight in 8 of their last 10.
Where are we going, Blake? Where are we going?
if you ask me this probably in about a month and a half's time, I'd be on the fence and possibly tipping the Sharks. But right at the moment, I'm going to go Panthers in a big way. I think when you hear all that stuff out of Origin last week and the boys have been sitting, I know they've gone away, but obviously it'd still be in their heads. And after a big loss like that, the first thing you want to do is get out and play some footy just so you can get onto that next game. So I think back at home, even though the Sharks are starting to figure it out, I think Penrith are just way too good. They're just clinical in this game.
Surly?
Yeah, I think I've said it a few times. I just think the Panthers are on that kind of next tier on their own, and I think they'll show it this week. I've been impressed with the Sharks, and this is a great test for them. They get Talakai back as well, but they lose Katoa. I think Jesse Ramian last week, he was outstanding, and him and Katoa were forming a really exciting combination, so that's a bit of a blow for them. But I see Penrith averaging 29 points a game. I think they're just going to be too good, and they'll show again that they are the competition front runners. If it wasn't at home, I'd give the Sharks a bit more of a chance, but much like Blake, I think it could be a big win for the Panthers.
Give me the Penny Panthers. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
This is where they start ramping things up towards the end of the season. I'm happy to get on them. Even though the Sharks have been impressive, I'm on the Panthers.